And welcome. I am so glad you are tuning in live or catching the replay. Today's topic is definitely top of mind as we are in the back to school swing around here. My kids start back on Monday. So I've been really thinking about how we as parents can start to help our kids use their devices that they already love and know how to use. How can we help them use those devices to share their unique gifts, their talents, and their voices? Well, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Yong Pratt, and I am a 17-year performing arts studio owner turned chief dreamer, author, and podcaster right here at Our Young Creators. Here at OYC, we are passionate about helping parents and kids start to bond over the use of their devices by giving kids skills to turn consumption time into creation time. Welcome, my friends. As you are tuning in live, let me know where you are tuning in from. And if you are watching the replay, definitely comment #replay in the comments. So today's topic is 3 tips to help your kids use their tech to share their voices. It's really such an important topic. And if your kids, if they're teens, if they're tweens, maybe if they're a little bit younger, I want you to go grab them, or at least grab them to catch the replay of this, because it's going to open up some conversations that you can have together. With the start of a new school year, it's really the new beginning. It's a celebration of having a new season of life, and being able to use their intentionally can absolutely be interwoven into everything new that is happening right now. Vanessa, I just want to check on you and make sure that you're able to get on. I see your message that you're having some trouble getting on. So maybe you can let me know if I'm coming through loud and clear. Okay, so I'm going to continue on and share these tips with you, because they're tips that I have used with my own kids to really help them to grasp what it is that they like to do. So tip number 1, what are your kids' interests? Do your kids like sports? Do they like music? Do they like drama? Do they like film? What is it that they like? Because one of the questions I get more than any other, and they pretty much come in every day, is how do I get my kids off of their phone, off their tablet, or whatever other device they have access to? And usually I will turn that back around to the person who's asking and let them know that there's a better question we can be asking. And the question I always go back to is, what if we could take their passion and their desire to be on that device and turn it into something positive, for them to have an outlet to share more goodness in the world? Because kids, like us adults, want to know that they're heard. They want people to understand their point of view. And by using their devices, we can help them to start having conversations like that. Hello, Vanessa. Good to see you here. I'm glad you got on okay. So again, what are their interests? And this is as simple as having a question answer session, or you can do things like go for a walk or prepare a meal together, because as they get older, our kids are less apt to want to share as openly with us as they're trying to figure out their independence. So it may be a bit like you have your sleuthing hat on and just keep asking them questions. And kids, if you're listening and watching with your parents right now, I want you just to think about the things that you like. The things that you like to look at online, the things you like to engage in, the activities you participate in at school. What are some things that you really like? Figure out what your interests are. And this whole conversation starts with that. This first tip is figuring out what our kids like to enjoy. That's tip number 1. From there, when you know what a few of their interests are, you can start diving into what medium do they enjoy the most. Do your kids enjoy watching videos? Do they like watching tutorials? Do they like to visit websites? Do they read blogs or articles in online magazines and journals? Do they like to game? So this tip number 2, figure out which medium they like the best, goes along with their interests. For example, my oldest, who is 15, whenever she's on her device, her phone generally, it's almost 100% that she is spending time looking at tutorials. She likes to watch makeup tutorials, and I usually let her test out what she's learned on me because she enjoys that. I'm taking her interest, I'm appreciating her skills and talents and gifts, I'm figuring out what she's consuming, and then I'm letting her take that interest and try it out on me. So now we've opened up some more doors to our kids, letting them know that we hear them, we understand them, we appreciate them, and we want to help them grow. And in order for us to help them grow, we need to know what things they enjoy. So once you've figured out where the interests lie, you can couple that with the mediums that they are already using. Yes, Vanessa, YouTuber, I get a lot of requests for that and a lot of parents telling me my kids want to be YouTubers. And the cool thing is, we as parents can let them know that, yes, it could be something that they could pursue professionally. Kids these days have access to so much media that they think it's often really easy to become a YouTuber. However, without the proper skills and guidance, those desires may not manifest in the way they want to see it. And they might want to do things like say, you know what, it didn't work for me, so I'm going to move on to the next thing. And while it's good for our kids to try those things, I love when parents can embrace what their kids are using and their desires to want to do something. They want to be a YouTuber. They see that as a way to connect with people. They see it as a way to build a community, because if you go to YouTube and look at what they're seeing, you'll most likely find there's a big community of people who are playing the same games, watching the same tutorials, reading the same articles, and there's community and dialogue. And so while we are more connected in this online space, encouraging our kids to build a community, a tribe of people who are passionate about the same things can only lead to more good, because they're taking their passions, they're taking center stage, and they're wanting to stand in the spotlight. So that leads me to step number 3. The third most important piece about helping our kids to take their technology and turn it into something that they can create with rather than to just consume on, number 3 is finding a mentor. And I love working with business owners who are raising kids because they understand that there's so much potential in this online economy. And new businesses are starting every single day. And business owners can really be from any age, any walk of life, and bring all of their gifts, talents, and experiences to this space. So it's an exciting time to be living right now because of the access we have to one another, to connect in real time like we're doing right now, and to have our kids start connecting with others in real time. So when you're finding a mentor, parents, you are wonderful mentors to your kids. If you take to heart those first two pieces, those first tips I already shared, and couple that with giving them opportunities to try out this new skill. Vanessa, if your son wants to be a YouTuber, perhaps you can let him start helping you to craft your own online videos. As he watches you do this and learns a proper process for making this happen and for really learning the skills of what it means to show up online and the big responsibility we all undertake when we make that next step forward. Learning how to do it properly, learning how to show up in a manner that's going to only highlight their skills and talents versus maybe putting something a little more questionable online. Mentors can really help kids overcome some of the challenges, especially in a space like YouTube where it's growing daily, huge search engine. Likely if you've searched for anything lately on Google or on Safari or any other browser, you've likely seen that YouTube videos often populate in those results. Vanessa, that's awesome. He's already started his channel. Brilliant. So good. And he's watching and helping you. Absolutely. And I love what you said last. It's so fun to do it together. Yes, absolutely. If we have kids and they're in our business with us, we're giving them opportunities to take their passions, to take what they love, take their talents, put them all together to help our businesses grow, and we can do it side by side and then help them grow what they want to do. That is everything that we love about the work we do. Seeing parents and kids coming together and really helping each other navigate these new waters of the internet. Our kids are the first generation of digital natives. They have grown up with these devices. So it's interesting the lessons they can teach us as we are teaching them as well. And sometimes when you find a mentor, being able to go to places like YouTube and finding somebody that your kids resonate with, asking more questions about what is it that you like about XYZ? Why do you think their channel gets so many views? What do you think you could do that could get those same amount of views? And now we're opening up all the doors and the windows and we're letting possibility shine in. Because when our kids understand that we are allowing them to discover who they are using the devices that they love, and they can start then creating what it is they want to create. I really believe that kids have such an important message to share. They have gifts and talents, and often adults will negate those things because they view kids as kids. And I think that's just such a travesty when that happens, because I know from raising my own daughters to the thousands of students we worked with over 17 years in my performing arts school, every child has that spark. and that fire inside them. They are just waiting for someone to see it and for someone to say, yes, I believe in you. I see potential in you. I want to fill you up with these skills because what you have to say, what you can do, what you can provide to the world is so, so needed. So that, my friends, is really sort of the heart of everything that we love to do. Allowing kids to shine brightly, to stand center stage in complete confidence, knowing that who they are, the gifts they bring, and the stories they have to share are so important. We are all here to learn from one another, kids included. If we can then figure out how they want to show up using their devices and keep asking them questions, putting our sleuthing hat on every day, being investigators, giving kids opportunities to use those devices and show you the ways that they want to show up, the ways that they want to create, and the stories that they want to tell. That, my friends, is the biggest gift we can give to not only the kids that we raise, but the kids that are in our lives that we interact with on a regular basis in our current daily lives. Kids need to know that it's okay to stand up and have a voice and really lead the charge for more kids to see them taking a stand, creating good, going out into the world, serving others by what they love to do, by the videos they're creating on places like YouTube, the videos they're sharing out over their website, the audios they can share via podcast. There's so much potential with technology these days, and the kids are ready to embrace this. We as parents also need to embrace this and not think that technology is a bad thing, but embrace it for the opportunities that it gives us as parents to connect with our kids in a meaningful way, to start talking the same language, and then just to appreciate the fact that technology allows us to build a tribe of people who are focused and passionate about the same things. Let's start off this new school year giving our kids permission to use their devices, to tell their stories, and to stand center stage as they should be doing. And for all my parents listening, I want to give you a big virtual hug and say thank you for the work that you are doing in your kids' lives to fill them up, to give them the resources that they need, helping them find mentors to take their skills and crafts to the next level, and just for embracing your kids and the unique gifts that they have been given to gift upon this world. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in today. Vanessa, I love hearing that your son is doing his YouTube biz, and I know it's going to grow because you're there supporting him. And for that, I want to say thank you. And I wish you all a beautiful Tuesday. Go out there, do something special with your kids, bond over your devices, and see what happens. Cheers, my friends.